And in only 8 months, the guy dropped, get this, 85 pounds, and he's now shredded. Coach Greg, in today's video, an amazing transformation. The guy, he's a giant, 6'5" tall and weighing in at 295 pounds. And in only 8 months, the guy dropped, get this, 85 pounds, and he's now shredded. Guy is a clearly visible six-pack, separated quads. Guy is leaner than freaking last time. And so at the start, he started out probably around 35% body fat. Remember, I'm judging this from the front. I don't see his legs or his back, so that's as close an estimate as I can provide. You can see he's got a little bit of the man boobs going on, extra body fat in the chest, stomach, and so on. But despite all this, he doesn't appear to have a very fat face. In fact, I bet if this guy were covered up, perhaps wearing a shirt or even a suit, he would look absolutely incredible. I have no doubt that this guy looks far above average. And so despite the fact he's 35% body fat in the before photo, standing 6'5" tall, I do believe that this guy is probably still a 9 on 10 a Chad. And so, no, I don't think guys need to be shredded. Guys are thinking you need to have a six-pack. You need to have single-digit body fat in order to pick up the ladies. I don't believe that to be true. You just gotta be 6'5". And in all seriousness, I do believe that this guy is probably a 9 on 10 in the before, looks-wise. But why not get healthier? It's not just about losing weight. It's not all about trying to get girls or being more aesthetic. It's also about your health. And so why not do both? I wanted to share my progress since the end of September. Overall, I'm feeling pretty happy with how far I've come. However, I have a specific goal in mind, getting a set of abs. He has a set of abs right now. Perhaps they're not the most aesthetic abs in the universe. His abs don't look like Jesse James, but it's simply not in his genetics. Depending on your genetics, you're gonna have better or worse looking abdominals, regardless of how lean you become. I'd really appreciate any tips or advice you can offer. And so let us do that. And so looking at the after photo, the guy is 6'5" and 210 pounds and shredded. He looks to have close to 12% body fat. No reason to get any leaner than this. You can see striations in the delts, the arms, chest, abdominals, quads, everything very lean and on point, clearly below 15% body fat, which is the healthy body fat that everyone should aspire to if they can. But he's already gone beyond that, closer to 12%. And so very aesthetic while standing 6'5" tall. And so for the most part, this would be many men's dream physique. And no, I don't even think this guy is on performance enhancing drugs. He might be, but I, for some reason, think that he's natural. In the before photo, he did seem to have a lot of muscle, but was covered by 35% body fat. And so let's look into some of the comments. All you get is us, guys saying how jacked you look. And for the most part, I do believe that to be true. Many guys think they need to get on a ton of muscle to attract the ladies, when in fact, when you get jacked as a man, what you're mostly gonna get is respect from the men. Nothing wrong with that. But guys, just because you have a ton of muscle doesn't mean you're gonna be seen as attractive to the girls. No advice, you give me advice. And remember, this guy's asking advice and people reading this are thinking, hello, look at what you've done. Give us advice. You looked amazing in the before photo and look at you now in the after photo. You know the transformation is going to be good when the before pic is a bodybuilder's pose. And so think of it, in the before photo, he's literally doing a hands in front, most muscular pose. And so most likely this guy already had a ton of muscle. He knew what he's doing. Perhaps he bulked up. Perhaps he put on all that weight thinking, I'm gonna have so much more muscle after. But really, is it worth it? Why bulk up to 295 and then have to cut to 210? Why not just stay somewhere in the middle? Perhaps he could maintain 230 year round and slowly main gain from there. Every year put on 5 pounds of muscle, but yet maintain 15% body fat. And so to me, that is the advice I would give him. Increase your body fat slightly and slowly add muscle from there. And so he's written in the comment section exactly what he's done to achieve this mind-blowing transformation. I ensured that I was in a calorie deficit, although I must admit that I sometimes took it to an extreme. My calorie intake ranged from 2,000 to 2,500 calories per day. And on certain days, it was even lower. I wanted to see quick results, as many of us do. And so remember, 6'5", 295, eating 2,000 to 2,500 calories a day. If I were coaching him, I probably would have started him at a minimum of 3,000 calories a day. When you're that size, obviously your body's burning off more calories, and you don't want to create too large of a calorie deficit. If you do, you're likely going to lose some muscle. But regardless of that, you don't want to be losing more than 1% of your body weight a week. And because he's close to 300 pounds, he could have stood to lose almost 3 pounds of fat a week. But that equates to a 1,500 calorie daily deficit. And so if his maintenance calories in his off season was 4,500 calories, then he could cut down to 3,000 calories during his diet. But to me, that is very likely going to result in muscle loss, and so I would still suggest to lose a lot slower. Slower than last time. The slower you lose the weight, the more muscle you're going to keep, the easier it will be to keep that weight off, and the better you're going to feel. And so although it's going to take longer, it's much healthier for you to do in that fashion. To prevent overeating, I diligently counted calories and made sure to consume over 200 grams of protein every single day. I developed a strong preference for fat-free cottage cheese and quark due to high protein content and low calorie count. And so that makes sense. Eat high protein, low calorie snacks. This allows you to feel full. And obviously, he could have gotten cookbook 2.0, 3.0, any of the cookbooks, as they're filled with low calorie, delicious, high volume meals for the big eater. And remember, they're higher in fiber to keep you satiated and higher in protein to help you to build muscle. I didn't weigh myself for 6 months. I monitored my progress using a mirror. This approach worked for me since I didn't constantly worry about fluctuations in my weight. For me, I'd rather see somebody weighing themselves because, for example, if he was 295 the first week and suddenly was 285 the next week, he would know that he's been in too great of a calorie deficit, that he's probably losing muscle, and he could guide himself to eat more. And so with knowledge comes power. If you fail to weigh yourself, it's kind of like failing to plan. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And so if you don't weigh yourself, you're essentially guessing, looking in the mirror, very difficult to see if you're losing at an appropriate rate. I mean, how are you going to know if you're losing approximately 0.5 to 1% of your body weight a week if you're just going by the mirror? I made sure to maintain a high level of activity. I initially believed that doing more exercise and eating less would lead to better results. I decided to increase my calorie intake and noticed a positive difference in my physique and energy levels. It turned out to be the best decision I made. There you have it. He initially cut his calories too far in that 2,000 to 2,500 calorie range, was losing a significant amount of weight, but he wasn't weighing himself, so he didn't know, but he felt lethargic. He didn't have energy, perhaps had brain fog. Just like Brentley, when he tried to cut calories too low, he starved himself. He lost a significant amount of weight, but he in fact fainted at one point, didn't have much energy. And the result of this is he went off the diet and regained all that weight. And so this time he's making sure to lose the weight at a realistic and safe level for him, 1 to 2 pounds a week. Throughout this journey, I learned the importance of viewing it as a marathon rather than a sprint and finding joy in the process. I have become more disciplined, and this discipline has positively influenced various aspects of my life. I appreciate all the comments, and let's continue to motivate and support each other in achieving our goals. And so, fantastic transformation and fantastic message. Take your time. It's a marathon, not a sprint. The longer it takes you to lose the weight, the more likely you are to keep that weight off for the rest of your life. Looking for a free diet and training program? I've given away close to 70,000 of these. It's on my website. It's free. Enter your first and last name and email address. It's getting sent right to your email. If you're interested in my #1 supplement to help you lose fat, to lower your genetic set point, to have a lower body fat percentage, look no further than GO2 Max, with the main ingredient being NMN. It's been shown in studies to improve your cardiovascular endurance dramatically, give you more energy. Remember, it's banned by the FDA, but it's not a drug. It's not banned by WADA. All athletes, elite athletes in the Olympics and so on, you can use this, and it makes a dramatic difference. And most people say they feel it on the very first day. If you buy it in bulk, you'll get huge savings. And so please click the link in the description, head over to my website, code Greg, 10% off. Also, please consider Cookbook 3.0. It's my ultimate book. It's the best of the best, available in PDF and hard copy. Click the link in the description, code Greg, 10% off. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm. Don't forget to like the video if you liked it. Watch one of those 2 bloops. And of course, cookbooks, training books, coaching plans by me and my team, the Circle Diet Book, my life's work, how to lose weight, keep it off for the rest of your life. Also, the Harder Than Last Time clothing line. And until next time, I am out.